Hey everyone, welcome back to English Loom. I'm Sarah, and today's topic is one I think almost everyone listening will recognize immediately.
I'm David. Sarah, let me guess. You scrolled through your phone this morning, saw someone's vacation photos, someone else's new job announcement, and someone else's perfect looking morning routine, all before you even got out of bed?
Honestly, yes, all three in that exact order.
And how did that make you feel?
Weirdly small, like my normal, regular morning suddenly felt boring in comparison, even though nothing about my life had actually changed in those 5 minutes.
That's exactly what we're talking about today. This quiet, heavy feeling of comparing our lives to everyone else's, and how it slowly affects the way we see ourselves, even when we don't fully notice it happening.
Let's get into it. Let's start with something important. Comparing ourselves to others isn't a new problem created by social media. Humans have always compared themselves to the people around them. It's actually a very old, very natural mental habit. That's true, but I think what's changed is the scale of it. In the past, you might compare yourself to your neighbors or a few people in your town. Now you're comparing yourself to hundreds, even thousands of curated moments from people all over the world every single day. Vocabulary note. Curated means carefully chosen and presented in a certain way. Most of what we see online isn't someone's full, real life. It's a small, carefully selected highlight chosen specifically to look good. And that's the tricky part. We compare our full, complicated, sometimes messy reality to someone else's carefully edited highlight reel. It's not even a fair comparison, but it still affects how we feel. Exactly. It's like comparing a full, unedited movie with all its boring parts, mistakes, and slow moments to someone else's 2-minute trailer, which only shows the most exciting, impressive scenes. So let's talk about why this comparison habit affects us so deeply. What's actually happening underneath it?
I think the first reason is that comparison gives us a quick, easy way to measure ourselves. Instead of asking, am I happy with my own life, which is a hard, complicated question, we ask, am I doing better or worse than this other person? It feels simpler, even though it's actually a much less accurate measurement.
Vocabulary note. Accurate means correct or exact. Comparing ourselves to a curated online image isn't an accurate way to measure our own life because we're comparing our full reality to someone else's edited version.
I think the second reason is that comparison quietly convinces us that success or happiness is limited, like there's only a certain amount available, and if someone else has more, there's somehow less left for us.
Which isn't true at all. Someone else's promotion, relationship, or achievement doesn't actually take anything away from your own life or your own potential.
Exactly. And the third reason is timing. Comparison often ignores the fact that everyone is on a completely different timeline. Someone might reach a certain milestone at 25, and someone else might reach a similar one at 35, and both are still completely valid paths.
That's such an important point. We rarely see the full timeline behind someone's success, the years of failure, struggle, or waiting that happens quietly, long before the moment we're comparing ourselves to.
Segment 4. How to loosen comparison's grip.
Okay, so how do we actually work with this feeling instead of constantly being controlled by it?
One thing that genuinely helped me was noticing the specific moment comparison shows up instead of just getting swept away by it. When I feel that small sinking feeling, I try to pause and name it. This is comparison, not truth.
I really like that. Naming a feeling can take away some of its power over you. Another thing that helped me was reminding myself that I'm only seeing a tiny fraction of someone else's story, never the full picture.
That's such an important reminder. A single post, a single photo, a single achievement, it's never the whole story, no matter how complete it might look in that moment.
And the third thing, which sounds simple but really works, is redirecting that comparison energy toward your own past self instead of other people. Asking, Am I growing compared to where I was last year? Is a much healthier, more accurate question than, am I doing better than this other person?
That shift alone can completely change how comparison feels. Instead of an endless, unfair race against other people, it becomes a quiet, personal conversation with your own growth.
So here's something to sit with this week. The next time you feel that small, heavy comparison feeling, pause and ask yourself, am I comparing my full reality to someone else's highlight reel?
Most of the time, the honest answer will be yes. And just noticing that can quietly loosen its grip on you, even if it doesn't disappear completely right away.
That's it for today's episode of English Loom.
If this episode felt personal to you, share it with someone who might be quietly comparing their life to everyone else's timeline right now.
And remember, you're not behind. You're simply on your own timeline.
See you in the next episode.
Take care of yourself. Bye for now.